This is the TIP Network, and today we want to talk about exactly what every individual should learn about and what we should have learned about when we were back in high school. In fact, in middle school, maybe even younger as in elementary school.
Wow.
And these are the three things why we believe that you should learn it now. And if you haven't learned it, well, start learning it, as well as pass it on to your children's or whoever else is within your vicinity to learn this important information. And this would be financial education, money management, and business ethics, because I made many mistakes because I didn't have this crucial information.
Both of us have made many mistakes.
There is a lack of financial education, money management, and business ethics, and anything pertaining to business education
100%.
in our elementary schools, which I believe that they should have been teaching us first. So
Yes.
now, what are your thoughts on what I just said right now?
Well, first of all, we've both experienced a lack of business ethics or just business common sense. So here's something that they should teach you in elementary school. They should teach you how to separate, or high school, because high school it becomes more apparent. You have social cliques.
Yep.
You should learn the difference between your network and your friends, because your friends are people who know everything about you, that you don't hold nothing back. And your network sometimes are your associates that maybe you're in a band with them or you play football with them, but they're not at your house eating. Maybe one person on a whole football team is your friend, and everybody else, you're just really cool with them and you're on the same team.
It's a business relationship. It's about
Yes.
business. It's about making money.
It's how you understand a business relationship. You guys are all talking to each other because you're working towards a common good. For instance, high school, I played in a jazz band. It was a very successful jazz band. It was one of the top jazz bands in California. There's about 3 people that I still talk to this day from that jazz band. Everyone else, I don't have any hard feelings towards them. I respect them, but they're not my friends. They're just not my friends. The other folks, they're 100% my friends. One of them we had on our podcast before.
Kip?
Fresca.
Fresca. Okay.
Yeah. I don't have a lot of association with Fresca right now, but I consider her a friend. I wouldn't have had her on the podcast. Mm-hmm. Other folks I talk to more often. One of my friends, Mo Benjamins, who's an excellent producer, like one of the best producers I've ever seen, excellent musician. He actually advised me when I started up my home studio again of what to buy. So those are friends who are part of your network. But also there's people who are part of your network that you're just interacting for this business deal. And when it's over, they're not your friends.
Mm-hmm.
You may even be competitors when it's over. So you have to know the difference. And schools should start teaching people that, because we see a lot of folks do a lot of irresponsible things. We see a lot of fraternizing between managers and employees that is just not allowed by law and not good business ethics.
And it creates these tensions in these social relationships, as well as
Exactly.
leverage points in these relationships.
Exactly. So automatically you have to say that you have to learn this at a young age, because you can't put somebody out of college and you start learning this as an adult. You've already established your pattern of behavior then. Let's start some good patterns of behavior early.
Good patterns of behavior, but then ingrained as habit. Because I made a lot of mistakes working with friends, working with individuals I shouldn't be working with, because I wasn't able to spot certain signs. And I believe that with business ethics, it teaches you to understand other individuals that you're getting into business with, because
Right.
I'm sure you may have gotten yourself in a position where you're working with someone, you're like, oh my God, I really should not have been working with this person. And in fact, this person is my family member,
And it's
or
too
my
late.
best friend.
It's too late. And also, this content game will let you know how good your network is. Because let's be real. If you have like 30 friends and you don't get 30 views on your videos, they're not your friends. They're not your friends.
I think you're a little harsh on that.
They're not your friends. Look, dude, if you're doing something and it's different and you're trying to do something and they can't sit down and watch a 5-minute video clip, they don't like you.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom. You can't make 5 minutes in 1 week for me?
But what happens when you got like 20 friends that are content creators?
Then y'all better be watching each other's shit. Because, hey, my friends who are content creators, I look at their stuff all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way that I'm just built different. I call them and give them, hey, man, keep doing it. Hey, I like this. I don't know about this one. I like this. Hey, what about this? Let's bounce ideas off.
So what you're saying is support your friends,
100%.
but not support them in a way where you're just giving them money for nothing.
No, you can support them with views. That's what they want anyway. You know.
So, okay, so we got the business ethics, and actually you can break down business ethics even further.
Yes.
But for the sake of time, let's move on to the next one. And like I said, the business ethics, we can probably dedicate like 5 hours just talking about it. Money management would be the next one.
Yes.
So what are your thoughts on money management? What is money management?
Money management is just what it says, the ability to spend money in the right places at the right time. And let me tell you something. There is no understanding of that coming out of high school. You even know how to file a tax return.
They don't even write out checks anymore.
Yeah, and so here's the thing. Like, I did take a course called Home Economics my freshman year, where they gave you a checkbook and you had to balance it. But then,
what skill does that really give you though? Like, money management goes way beyond that.
But here is something that I think that we should have. You should literally have to invest in a stock, a mock stock.
Wait.
And follow it.
Wait, hold on. That's financial education. Stick to the money management.
All right. So, but to me, that's money management because you should have to decide how much money in your household are you going to spend on that, and live with the consequences.
How much to invest?
How much to
Are you
invest?
talking about like when you go yellow into the cryptocurrencies, crypto assets? Because I kind of yellowed in some stuff, but diamond hands. I'm holding on till I'm rich.
I'm gonna be rich one day. No, but this is what I'm saying. Like, let's say you have $100, just $100, right? And you have food costs this much a month, right? Rent costs this much a month. Everything costs this much a month. We
So
shrink.
you mean like a budget and balancing?
Budget and balance, and then how much are you going to invest? Here's the problem: you don't even talk about investing yet. And money management, investing is that, because by investing that money early, by the end of your life, you have something to live off of instead of Social Security.
So in essence, money management is the tactical work to financial education.
Absolutely.
But financial education is actually the foundation, the strategy that you're going to use to increase your financial wealth, your financial health, and establish your financial well-being. And so with this financial education, where you started talking about stocks, you're talking about saving, which we know if you put your money in a savings in a traditional centralized bank, you're barely making 1% of your money. Actually, you're making 0.1% on your money.
You wish you made 1%.
But when you go invest into stocks or cryptos, you can actually gain dividends or passive interest.
Yes.
Or you can do swing trading. You can do long-term investments and then cashing out later. There's just so many things. So especially with the financial education, number one thing that they didn't really teach us is just owning property.
Yeah, it's owning property, just things in general that you should learn.
Owning something.
You should learn young. It should be on your radar. And let me tell you something. Other countries learn this young. Other countries learn it. So what else you got for me?
Well, I actually want to know more about the financial education.
Okay.
What do you think? What would you give me 3 top things that you say that every kid, every individual should learn about their financial education? And this is not financial advice either. Just for entertainment and information purposes.
Yeah. 3 things I should learn.
What should they, okay, looking back at your life, what things you wish that you would have done earlier?
Excellent. You should understand how much credit costs. Number 1, they give a kid a credit card when he's 18 years old, and you run it up, but you don't understand that 37% interest rate, or whatever you're
interest,
whatever you're paying, and you buy that one shirt, and that shirt costs $70 down the road when you got it on sale for $25. So number 1 thing, understand that. Number 2 thing, understand what every contract is that you sign. Every contract you sign in life, people sign contracts that they don't even think about. When you sign up for cable, you might sign a contract. Cell phones, contract. Let's not even talk about the big contracts, like,
Well, you sign up on Instagram and stuff, it's contract.
Yeah. And terms of services. Understand that.
And what's the big stuff?
Marriage, contract with the state, mortgage, contract with a bank. Understand what these are. Record deals, contract with a snake. I've been involved in a couple of them. So I'm just saying, understand what you're doing. That's huge financially. And like, you don't have to know the ins and outs of it, but we have to ingrain in young people's mind that when you don't understand it and you ask a question, you don't get the answer you want, that you go to someone else to answer the question.
Be relentless in pursuing your answers to your questions.
You
when
must.
it's about your money, which is your money is tied to your future.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm liking the format of this new channel, man.
You like it?
It's pretty dope, bro. It's pretty dope, huh? You got another one for me?
Wait, you got to give me one more.
One more.
The first one you said, okay, we said contracts. What was the first one? Credit, understanding credit.
Credit, contracts.
What would be one final one? There's a lot of one, but one final
finances.
One. Financial.
Know what you're spending your money on. Right?
Explain.
So let me use myself as an example.
Okay.
Unbeknownst to a lot of people, including my parents, I once brought a M3 BMW.
Did you?
Used, but it was only a year old. It was expensive. I brought it. Should have leased it, by the way, but I purchased it. Drove it for a year. Wanted to get rid of it.
Why?
Because that maintenance was tough. And I just wasn't in a financial position to deal with it. So yes, I could afford the payments on a vehicle, but the maintenance and everything else and the insurance was just too much. I didn't understand what I was purchasing. I didn't understand when I looked at it and I purchased it that it comes with this, this, and this. And I know people out there, that dude is hella broke if he can't afford insurance. Man, I had a few tickets. It wasn't fun. They talking about $300 a month to insure it. Plus the car payment.
How old are you?
I was 28.
28.
So when I sold the car for a loss and got out of it and still had to pay, like, I sold the car, traded it in, and brought another car and had to pay money to pay off the car and all of this stupid stuff, right? It was absolutely a loss. You know, so the next car I purchased wound up costing like $6,000 more than it should have. But you know what? It was absolutely a good learning point for me to know. I didn't know what I was buying at the time. I just wanted that glitz. I wanted to be, you know, that executive.
You know, you're trying to get some girls to look your way.
I wanted that.
Hop in that ride, give you a handy J. No, anyway, sorry.
Hey, listen, the booty was big. but the bottom line is that's a common trap that people fall into. So right now, when I go and I get a vehicle, I have strict rules to get in a vehicle. You know, rule number one, and this is why I say, if it's over $32,000, I'm leasing it. Period. Just leasing it, period.
Just to have fun for that year or two.
There are 3 years. It's going to actually depreciate. With the depreciation, it's going to cost less to lease it and trade it in. And
depreciation is losing value the moment you drive it off the lot.
Yes. So if it's, you know, if it's under 30, and if I have to put a lot of money down and my interest rate is over 6%, I'm not going to get it. I need to go do work on my credit. The bottom line, just understand what you're buying. I've seen people buy vehicles with a 25% interest rate. I've seen people spend $50,000 on a $19,000 vehicle.
Yeah, I think I spent a pretty penny just on my Mazda.
And you know what that's called?
Getting suckered?
Sodomy.
All right. So then where was I going with this whole financial education? So yeah, the key lesson is cars are depreciating asset.
Right.
They are a money pit depending on the kind of model and make that you get.
Yeah.
And also, if you can't afford it, you should think about if you can't afford it first. And if you can't afford it, you might as well just pass and keep building your wealth until you can afford something comfortably.
A 96 M3 is a money pit, bro.
Yeah. Well, that's not even getting into electronics problems.
Yeah.
From I hear notorious with European German cars.
Yes.
So we like Germany. Please sponsor us in Germany. Anyway.
Yes, please.
So that is all I have for this particular segment.
Excellent.
So make sure you like and subscribe and hit the bell for more notifications, because I know you're trying to click out that video when I said that was the last portion.
Follow us at I am Gorilla1 and he will link.
I'll link it down below.
Link it down below because it's hella long.
Yeah.
And also like and subscribe Auric Unity.
Oh, yeah. If you want to hear about crypto talk and also with self-improvement. That was the last portion. And what else?
booty in your face.
Yep. And yeah. Bye.
I thought you were gonna say something.
I think that's bye.